It's time to blow this scene. Get everybody in the stuff together. Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's jam.
And boom, and boom. What's up? Welcome back, goddammit, to another edition of Tell Me a Joke, the guy down and chasing the dream. I'm your host, Maniacal, Menace, Kyle Smith. Say the whole thing like a pimp named Slickback. And today, goddammit, I got the lyrical lover, the hot spitter himself, the one with the luscious hair. Everybody's ready to comb through it. Put y'all hands together for the heavyweight lover himself, Toxsik Tec. Hey, there it is. There it is. Boom, 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 boom. We got claps. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. How you doing, man?
I'm doing all right, bro.
Yeah, hell yeah, man. How long have you been rapping for?
Man, honestly, bro, like, rapping, I actually recording stuff. I was like probably 17 whenever I first started recording. My homie, Jerry, he goes by Nobody. Like with a K, like Nobody.
Man,
he's dope.
That's
he's dope.
I like that.
Like that's my brother. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We go. You know, we would record like. He kind of got me to record. And He used to do freestyles like at high school and shit, and he used to like attract crowds and shit like that. But like I think I started recording at like 17, but I've been writing since I was like, I don't know, like 12, 13.
Yeah.
Like I had like started going to like therapy, you know. I used to be like,
Same
you know,
here.
Yeah, I was going to therapy, and you know, they told me to like write in this journal, and you know, I just kind of like just started like writing about my day, and then I started like kind of like rhyming, you know what I mean? Like, you know, because I always love rap and I always love music, like all throughout my life, you know.
Yeah.
But that's kind of like how I started, like just writing. I'll just start off writing like kind of like poems, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like fucked up shit, kind of.
Yeah. Same here. Like I back in the day when getting older, when I was I guess middle school or something like that, my dad sent me to a shrink. I had to go see a shrink, and there was a whole bunch of shit that was going on. They was wondering why I couldn't keep still, and it was like, is something wrong with his brain? We don't understand why he won't shut the fuck up. And I was just a special kid. That's all. You know, I had so many ideas in my head. And I remember the lady. She when I went to go see the shrink, she showed me a Rorschach test. And the shit that I came up with the Rorschach test, she was like, "Whoa, hold on, is this what be in your head most of the time?" I was like, "Yeah." She's like, "You know what? You need a little journal that you need to keep with you and write it down. Write these thoughts down so you never lose them." I was like, "Okay,
yeah,
all right." So ever since then, I've always been writing some shit somewhere. And it definitely it helps calm the noise.
Yeah, no, for sure.
I appreciate that. Like I have somewhere to put these thoughts because they are kooky. They got little kooky thoughts.
No, like the same here, bro. Like whenever I was like a kid, it was like mainly like angry. Like I was always angry all the time and always getting into some shit. They tried to put me in like football and all this. I was in like football like as like a young kid, you know, like Pee-wee with the like helmet and everything, not no fucking flag shit. So like I was like not pulling no flags. We were hitting, you know what I mean? So which probably fucked up my brain even more. You know? But like I was like on like disability and shit like that. Shit. Like for like I don't know if like looking back on it, I'm like, I don't know if my mom was trying to like run a little scam because like I was on all these medications, bro, and I was like, man, like
worthy
tactics.
You
know, like because like she grew up poor, you know what I'm saying? Well, I grew up kind of like semi like poor, you know, like
the struggle.
You know, so it's just like I don't know if it was that or like kind of like even now, like I'm not on any medication, but you know, I know I have some issues, but I don't know if it was from that or if I always had them, you know what I'm saying? But no, like it's for sure, like I was mainly just angry, and they just kind of like, football ain't working, you know, you could keep doing it if you want to, but you know, just write these like, you know, whatever the hell you want, you know what I mean, and this shit, and nobody could go through it, nobody could, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So man, like
and so that's where you would say like your inspiration from for your work comes from.
For sure. You've heard my sets before.
Yes, I have.
Really, and if I'm being honest, bro, like it's too down for me, bro. I don't like.
You don't care what?
Yeah,
really?
I don't like my work. If I'm being straight up, like I don't like what I do. And like my homies, like they kind of like and like I guess that's a good support system. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're like, no, you're doing good. Like it's good, and it's something that needs to be heard. You know?
Yeah. So where does it come from? If that's not, it's like, is it something that you choose to write, or is it's the feelings that just come out at the time, and that's what's there?
Yeah, I would say it's the feelings that come out at the time.
I know that feeling.
It just kind of like just pours out. And like it's usually like when I'm like just going through something. I have a couple of songs out, or not out, but that's gonna come out on this tape.
Mm-hmm.
But it's kind of the tape. It's kind of going of what I kind of go through. You know what I'm saying? Like, kind of being in the room and just kind of like just going through it. You know what I'm saying? But and just kind of just really just being manic. You know what I mean? Like just kind of like just being with my thoughts, and like I just can't handle it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I at the same time I have stuff that if I'm being honest, it's aggressive. Don't get me wrong, it's aggressive.
No,
it's
good
a lot
to
of
get that
aggressive
aggression
stuff,
out though.
But it's the bars that I write are like funny to me. Like I don't know, it's just it's funny to me. I have some stuff that I want to like release soon. It's just funny because like why the fuck would you say that? You know what I'm saying? Like why would you say that? Like
those are the thoughts on the inside that you just that you're compelled to get out.
Yeah, for sure. Man.
I kind of relate that to what Eminem went through when as Eminem's one of my favorite rappers.
Bro.
So as he went through his little cycles and phases of life. Like he understood that, eventually we have to grow out of the bad that we go through. Like all of the little good little knickknacks that we love that's gonna get us through all of the drugs and shit. Mm-hmm. And so I've seen when he came with the relapse, where he had just a whole bunch of pills on the front of it. And I was like, what is this?
Classic, like.
Yeah, and I was like, all right, this is crazy.
Yeah.
And then right after that, he dropped the recovery. So it was a double disc situation.
Yeah.
And that's when it seemed like he went through rehab and cleaned everything up, because he was like, okay, I need to get this out first. Like, these are all the thoughts that I have in my head. They're gross, they're disgusting. Yeah, I understand that I probably shouldn't be doing this shit no more. But let me go ahead and get this out the way. Yeah. And then boom, hit y'all with my new lifestyle.
And it's crazy you mentioned that, because I was just talking about that last week, because I don't get me wrong, I grew up off of Southern shit. You know what I'm saying? Like UGK, Outkast, Zero, Trey. DJ Screw, my sister, my uncles, like they all like that's just based on my childhood. Right. But I had a cousin and he just loved all music. He's kind of like a big brother to me, and and he kind of showed me Eminem. He showed me Eminem, the Slim Shady LP, and I was a kid, and it probably didn't help. It probably didn't help with everything else. But I love Eminem. Like I was just talking about I was talking about the relapse tape and the recovery, and I personally think the greatest album that he's made, that like the last one. Yeah. To be honest, like I don't like his new stuff.
His new stuff is different.
It's different. It's different. He's older. He's an old man.
Right. He still holds his own when it comes to him being in the rap scene, but
it's the sound to me, man. It's like I love the bars. The bars are dope.
He's trying to keep up with a pace that I'm like, you don't have to do this. You don't have to.
But Eminem Show, man. Eminem Show is like I used to love Marshall Mathers LP. I still do. Don't get me wrong. I used to like that's the one. Right. This the one. But Eminem Show, it's like that was the last time he like actually had like aggression. Yeah. And like he put his feeling into it.
Yes.
Man, like it's amazing.
That's one of the ones that got me through high school. Man. As a lone cheerleader in high school, being the only male on an all-female team trying to go through life, Eminem is the one that got me through it on those long bus rides to the place where I'm like, oh man, I hope nobody starts no shit. Just for the fact that, nigga, I'm the only one in this fucking, I ain't got a skirt on, but I might as well be wearing that motherfucker. Cause nigga, motherfuckers just don't like shit different. They don't like, nigga, why you over there? Why you? And it's like, all right, will I have to fight? I'll show you these hands if I need to. And you don't want to be embarrassed by getting beat up by the cheerleader. In front of everybody. So.
Yeah, and you know it's crazy. You say that because like, same with me. Like me being a big dude, like I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. Like I've always been big all throughout my whole life. I've always been, you know, whatever. And it's just like they motherfuckers try to fuck with me, bro. Like they just try to fuck with me, and I don't know if it's because I'm big. Like, oh, he's slow. You know what I mean? I'm not. I'm really not slow.
That alpha syndrome, man. You always got to test the biggest guy in the room.
And that was another reason, bro. Like they try to give me some help because I used to always get into fights, and it wasn't because of me. You know what I mean? It was because like they'll just try to clown on me, bro. Like they'll try to clown on me, like, oh, fucking fat fuck, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? I'm not with that shit.
No.
I'm like, man, just leave me the fuck alone. I'm not trying. And then, you know, they try to put hands on me. Yeah, and I'm like, nah,
you gotta do your thing. You gotta go ahead and shove. Like, hold on.
I get that for sure. Yeah, like being different in society in general is just like always. It's like a problem, bro. It's like and other people make it a problem. I don't know. It's because they feel like different within themselves and they try to like, you know, whatever. Yeah. But I don't know, man. It's weird.
People don't like difference, and that's why this like community that we're a part of, it is acceptance of difference. They like it all, like this poetry community, the people that I've ran into, like we all mesh just for the fact that like, oh, you feel the same way I feel when I'm not in the room with y'all. Like when other motherfuckers, when other normal people are around, I'm like, oh, you don't really know the world. You just living day by day.
You can kind of like pick them out like almost immediately, man.
Yeah. It's a different type of energy. Yeah. And it's like, nah, man, our energy just doesn't mesh just because my different is not the different that you live day by day. And I enjoy embracing being different and difficult. Yeah. Like I get that. Yeah, I know I'm a difficult motherfucker. Man, I get that. Yeah.
I'm grateful for the people I have in my life because I'm very, very fucking difficult. I'm very difficult. Yeah. And you know, like I haven't been at these spots. You know what I'm saying? I haven't been at these spots like probably like 3-4 weeks now, and that's just mainly because of me. Because whenever I would go, I didn't want to bring like any negativity. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to. So I kind of like wanted to just like keep that to myself. Like lately, like I'm literally gonna go to the art room on Monday, and then I'm most likely gonna go to your spot tonight. You know what I mean? Just to be there.
No,
you know
definitely.
what I mean?
Yeah, no, that can change the vibe and the energy of how you feel.
Yeah.
You know, even if you don't interact with anybody, if you're just there, just the energy from that room can change, emotions and feelings. Like sometimes I go out and I don't feel like going out. I don't feel like doing nothing. But then when I get out there, I'm like, damn, I'm glad I did this. Yeah. I'm glad I came out. Yeah, those are those feelings that, that changed it, because you could have just been sulking all day. Like if I'd have just stayed home and been like, fuck it, I'm gonna go ahead and deal with these feelings and not go nowhere, and then not get that feeling of satisfaction that when I do go out, oh, this was good. I'm glad I did do this. Yeah, so
there's a lot of times I felt that way. A lot of times I felt that way.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like as of lately, it's just kind of like, man, like I don't want to put nobody through that. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to put nobody like, man, they come talk to me like, hey, what's up, bro? What's up, Toxsik? Blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, oh, hey, what's up, man? And they're like, man, what the fuck's wrong with him? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
that's the difference about this community, just because, like, we understand if people have a different energy, then we like, no. Yeah. We have some people that come as those healers that'll come and try to be like, hey, man, you good? They'll understand that, oh, you're going through something, so they'll console. Yeah. And so we do have that type of dynamic around to where, like, you fit in significantly with everyone else, just because of the difference that we feel on the outside world. So when we do come together, it is like a whole bond to where the energy is just whoa, whoa, whoa,
Yeah.
whoa, whoa, whoa.
No, and I definitely notice people that are like that, but I'm just me personally. I'm just not used to that, man. I'm like,
No,
I'm
it's
not
something to get used to.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. It's different.
I'm not used to that. I'm used to
Yeah,
I don't know, bro, yeah.
sometimes it's some shit that you
Yeah.
need to embrace.
Yeah.
Like in the beginning, like I was always like a very close, affectionate person with my friends, and so to see that me coming from a different place, a different area, especially where people weren't affectionate like that, people were very needy, very grabby, very theft-like, and it was just like, oh, I don't like this environment. You can feel the energy was different.
No, for sure.
I was like, yeah, this is all just staticky and just lines and jagged edges, basically.
Yeah.
You come here and it's just kind of like a glow.
Yeah,
like,
and I most definitely agree. Especially with the community. I most definitely agree that it's like that. It's very it's different, and I love it. You know what I mean? And I love words, bro. Like I just love.
Yeah.
I've always loved rap. I've always loved just music, like rock. I love all of them, man. But I love words, the connections, and the meaning that you could just say something short and it has so much meaning, and the community kind of like just being there.
yeah.
It's so different. I guess what I'm saying is like it was so comforting, and the people there, I love everybody I've met, and it's just like I guess like from what I'm saying is like I just didn't want to ruin that. I felt like if I went, I would ruin that.
Yeah, no,
I was
man,
like,
that's crazy that you have
Yeah.
that thought process. It'd be just because, man, that bond is so deep
Yeah.
right now. Ain't nothing ruining that.
Yeah.
From the outside in, ain't
Yeah.
nothing gonna ruin that. Just because there's too many factors that hold all that together. For you to just assume that you just one person is gonna
Yeah.
come in and ruin that,
Yeah.
what they got going on there,
Yeah.
like that, that FOMO, that fear of missing out whenever you're not at some place that that's what's basically happening. You know, the feeling of like, oh, I'm probably gonna ruin this, but also I feel as if I'm having a fear of missing out. Like maybe I should be there just to get that energy, because like the deflection of that energy compared to the energy that you possibly think you might bring in there, oh, it's gonna erase all that. All that's just gonna get washed away as soon as you walk through the threshold.
Sure.
It's like, oh, this is lively. I like this.
Yeah.
It's such a good time. And your style, and as I've listened to your music and I've listened to you on stage, and I was like, there's something I wanted to pinpoint it, and I couldn't pinpoint it right away, and I was like, it's something that he sounds like, and I finally found it on the way here as I was listening to your Spotify music. I was like, I know what this is gonna go to next, because Spotify knows it as well. And as soon as the next song is Wiz Khalifa, and I was like, oh shit,
that's different. That's
Yeah.
different.
Yeah.
I never would have thought, but no,
yeah,
no, that's crazy. It's because I guess it's because I always get compared to like a lot of fat rappers.
yeah. See, in my head, I was like,
I get
he
compared
probably
to Action Bronson, Big Pun.
Big Pun, yeah.
Big Pun.
I figured people was gonna do that.
I was just
and
like, okay, it is adorable. I'm like, okay,
that's
bro.
cool, but
that's
hit the
pretty
flow.
dope.
You gotta listen to the flow.
Yeah.
You have to listen to the words and how he's speaking. You don't have a correct pronunciation like Wiz does, but your cadence matches his a lot. And I'm like, there it is.
That's
there
new.
it is right
That's
there.
new. That's new to hear.
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir. No, I wanted to really get into it. I'm like, because the passion that you have for the words that you spit on stage, and most of it, especially when it is on Spotify, it's very, very lovely, heartfelt.
No, for sure.
But heartfelt coming from like a place of pain, and it is and like to listen to it, it's like, oh yeah. This is somebody that definitely loves hard, and to come and to be able to piece it together and put it in a melodic version that you do. I commend you for that, sir.
Hey, and
it's nice.
I appreciate that, man, and I appreciate you listening.
Yeah.
And also like I love your work on stage as well. Like
Yeah. Thank you.
Immediately as soon as I saw him, I'm like, oh man, like Bro, like the way you combine like these two worlds is just amazing. And it's dope, man. It's dope from the stuff I've seen. Yes, man, like you're awesome, bro.
Thank
like
you,
I
man.
really want to see more of you, which is why like I want to go to the spots today.
Yeah,
You know, I want to see your set today, and it'll honestly, bro, like. I appreciate that for
Shout out to Soulful Poetry at Taste Buds, 5204 Yale Street, every Sunday, hosted by LJ Hamilton. You can also check them out, Taste Buds, on Thursdays, hosted by That Way. And That Way Poetry, hosted by Ano the Poet. So, man, we out here. We out here. Definitely come, check, and subscribe as well. I don't know how many people even give a fuck about clicking that little subscribe button, but I care. I don't care to be telling y'all. But apparently I have to because nigga, I get stagnant sometimes. Well, click subscribe just so y'all can see me.
Comment,
people
everything.
get excited about when I come out. Now you can just see it. You can see it. I try to get my mama to subscribe, but she don't see the buttons. She's like, I don't see where you click it, baby. I'm like, don't worry about mama. I will just do it when I come see you next time.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
but it's how long? You born and raised in Texas?
Yeah, Houston.
Yeah. Okay. You straight to your story. So who are the rappers that inspire you?
Man, bro. Like I grew up off of Zero. You know what I mean? Like
Okay.
I love Zero. Like especially the old stuff. But if I'm being straight up, like it's not always just Houston or even Texas or even Southern rappers. I like Pimp C. I love Pimp C. Like even like on that first one, on my tape, All Love.
Yeah,
it, like you know, I even kind of give like a little, you know what I'm saying?
Little shout
like,
out.
You know, I love Pimp C. But man, I love Eminem. Like Eminem.
Yeah.
And I can't even like really pinpoint it on just one person, bro. Like it's just like I could just literally tell you the first song like I've ever like actually like remembered is Bone Thugs and Harmony. Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Really?
Yeah. Bone Thugs and Harmony.
One to remember.
Like it was off of Set It Off.
Yeah.
These other days of all.
Okay.
Yeah. So like I love Bone Thugs because I grew up over them too. Like you know East 99.
Yeah.
And, you know like I collect CDs too, and that was like I want to say aside from Eminem, that was the first like CD like you know like I bought. I was like I love that like Eternal, bro. Like man,
if you bring it back to first CDs, buy it. First CD I bought was South Park Chef Aid. And I bought it at a Walmart. And that was the first time that I realized that if you don't get shit from like a correct, like an actual
it's
place
clean.
that, even though it has the parental advisory on it, it's still clean.
Clean, bro.
I didn't know that. And I was like, what is this? I can't. No, this don't sound like this. This is how it's supposed. And so, that was the first. I learned my lesson from then on. But I got up on my CDs after that.
Yeah, man. Oh.
Yeah,
Best Buy. Buy. I used to go to Best Buy, and then Amazon became a thing. I'll just buy it off of Amazon. You know what I mean? Sometimes, but I don't know, man. I really can't pinpoint it on just one artist. Like, I even love rock, bro. Like, I love just rock, like System of a Down.
Yeah.
And, you know, Led Zeppelin, like classic rock. Black Sabbath. Like, just. Like it's just so much. Like I just can't. Like
it's good to be eclectic in music instead of just one lane.
Yeah,
that one vision. Where did Toxsik Tec come from?
Oh man. So a lot of people always think like it's like toxic because like it was just so weird that whenever I got the name or like I made it myself, like just wanting it to be myself, and it was like. They started doing that. Toxic. Or Toxico or Toxika, and like you know, like relationship shit. And I was like, that's not at all what I was going. So Toxsik Tec, like I thought of like intoxicating technique, like a drunken master.
Shit.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because I was, I sip, man. Like I sip, intoxicated technique. That's basically I just like I can't put that like immortal technique. You know what I'm saying?
That's it.
Yeah,
like, it gives me a flash of Tech 9 in there. Every time I see
Tech 9 too. And I was like, man, I gotta shorten this. I gotta make it different. I'm gonna put like TOXSIK TEC. You know what I mean? Like you know, and like basically the first thing I thought like just drunken master, because like most of the time whenever I would write, I was like just fucking
Blasted.
yeah, just out of there. And my first apartment, like you know, my homies like they know my first apartment. I'm just straight getting just straight fucked up. Going to work. Boom. And then, you know,
go home, put these bars down.
Yeah, and then like you know, it's just like that
was the life at the time. No,
yeah, it was just how it was.
I feel that.
Yeah.
I feel those days. No.
But that's basically what the name comes from.
That's a dope ass name though.
Yeah,
I'm glad that I know it now. I'm glad that I know it now. But so you all right? So that's your safe. That was your safe haven at the time. So where do you like to write at then?
Anywhere. It could be anywhere. I mainly like just being alone. Most of the time, like lately, it's I've been having kind of like trouble getting stuff out.
Yeah.
But
you forcing the writing?
Kind of. I try to, man. If I can't write, and this I have to talk about this too. If I can't write, I feel sad. Yeah. Like I feel so sad. Like it's because it used to come out just straight like smooth. Like it was like I could write a whole song in like, you know, like an hour. You know what I mean? I could write a whole song in an hour, and I'm like, that's it. That's like All Love. Yeah. All Love. I wrote that like less than an hour. Yeah. And then Cycles, I wrote the first verse in like 15 minutes. Like I remember my car was broken down, and I'm literally at my cousin's shop, and he's working on other cars, and he's like waiting for, you know, to have time to work on my stuff. And like I'm just like, I'm in his vehicle, and I'm just like kind of just I'm going through beats, and I find one. I'm like, oh, I like that, and then I wrote it. I wrote that first verse right there, like on the spot, and I showed him. He was like, oh man, like
fuck yeah,
that's crazy. That's like insane. And like, but you know,
it is because when you hear the song, it's like, nigga, you wrote that in an hour.
Yeah, and and like, you know,
that's
like,
good.
Cycles 15 like probably like 15 minutes, bro. Like like just the first verse, I'm like, you know, let me fuck. And
compliments of a great beat as well. Yeah, like, you have a great beat selection as well.
And if I'm being straight up, bro, like a lot of people ask me like, oh, you make your own beat? Nah, bro. I wish I could. I wish I had the setup. I wish like if I had the setup.
You though.
Yeah. Those producers, man. A lot of those producers, I still follow them, and I try to go through all their beats. They like, I buy them. I buy them, bro. Yeah. Like, I try to buy the like full, like unlimited, and if I gotta finance the motherfucker, I'll do it. You know what I mean? And the way, so that way I can have it unlimited.
That's dedication.
You know what I'm saying? And if I don't got the money now, but I have enough, I could just pay that bitch in full. You know what I mean?
Fuck yeah.
And but nah, man, like those beats, I really fuck with them. I love like these producers like Yoic or Yajic or something like that. Yeah. Keith. Man, what's his
shout outs?
You know, shout outs. You know what I'm saying? Man, it's their Keefy Dreams. That's what his name. That was Cycles. Cycles. He made that beat, and I really like that beat. I like all of them. I really love all of them.
What is the process you go through to find a beat?
Just jamming. Jamming. Like that's really what it is. Just like I could just be like, at one point, like, you know, I told you I like comedy. I'll just be watching like either a podcast or some stand-up stuff, like, you know, whatever, and then just, you know, let me see what I like. Man, what am I doing? I need to put some work in. You know what I mean? And all of a sudden, I'm just going through beats. I'm like, you know, listening. I'm like, okay, that's cool, that's nice. And then I'll just go to the next one if it's not good enough, or I'll add it to a playlist. And then I'll go back to it. You know, it could
the
just,
excitement of doing that though.
It's just kind of sorting them out, days, man.
Dude. That is the fun aspect of actually like getting the whole beat. We had beat CDs back then.
Yeah,
and you just a beat full of instrumentals, and it's like, oh nigga, that's fire, nigga. Go ahead, I'm gonna burn that one. Yeah, but those fucking good times.
And you know what? It's crazy because like I'm in the era of like growing up, going through that.
Yeah.
And like I remember being a kid, and you know, my cousins, they'll have beat CDs, and they'll just like, you know, or even just burning CDs in general. A lot of motherfuckers don't know about burning CDs. And it's crazy to me. I'm like, damn, what the fuck? Like, you know, That was the thing. Like my uncle, he was burning CDs from my mom, putting Sade on it. Like Fleetwood Mac on the CD.
That kept the bootleg man alive right there.
For real, like
MP3 CDs.
Yeah.
Oh my God! You got so much music on the CD. How are we doing this?
Man, it was crazy.
The good old times, man.
man.
When motherfuckers was outside.
Yeah. Man, yeah, going through that and then going to the MP3 and then just straight to your phone. I remember like I guess like a part of me, I guess I buy CDs because like I feel bad because like I know I stole this shit like at one point. I gotta like give it to the artist at one point.
They let us know.
Yeah.
Bear share, Kaza.
Like going through zip files and just like, all right, this whole album. Yeah.
Thank you.
You know,
Napster, I appreciate you.
No, for real. He's just pirating. And like all the cool and like we're probably admitting crimes right now. Like,
no, it's too long. It's a statute of limitation.
Yeah.
I was in high school.
and like, you know, people were like, you know, like I'm just thinking about it right now. Like there's rappers that are like go on podcasts and they like admit to like murders and shit like that. I'm always admitted to like, you know, I stole these songs and these albums.
It's like, yo, don't do that. Hold on now. Motherfuckers, you see what happened to Bobby Shmurda? Y'all better calm the fuck down with that shit.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's crazy. I saw a video not long ago of somebody talking about a crime they committed like a year ago. Yeah. And they're like, how long ago was that? And I'm like, no, that was like last year. Bro, like, why are you saying this on here, bro? Like, what are you doing? We're gonna release this, you know that, right? And like, I never telling him, and he's like, you know, it's statute of limitations. It's not 2 years ago, bro.
Statute of limitations, my ass. This is fresh.
It's fresh. That was like
fresh.
Yesterday.
This is still a case under the first 48 pile. You better be careful.
No, for real.
Fucking, hey man, but you know, you live and you learn. And then you put your pain in these bars, and which feels great. Yeah. How you know when your work is done? How you know when you finished?
Time. I have homies who like do like a 2-hour song like if they wanted to, but just time. Like I try to write the verse, and like if it sounds like all right, and it's so weird. I guess my homies kind of get mad at me too because like. They don't they're like, oh, so when do I start writing? You know, or when if it's like a feature, like when do I start writing? Yeah. I'm like, man, just feel it. Like what are you talking about? Right.
Like what do you get in there?
Like I know from what
I know what you said. I know exactly what you said.
I like from what I was told, I'm like, all right, you can't let a beat drag on too long if you're like up and coming. Yeah. You could do that later if you want to. But if you're up and coming and you're trying to like make something out of yourself when it comes to the music, you can't let the beat drag on too long. Yeah. So like, I don't know, man. It's just like if it feels right, I just put it down. I don't even like. I can't even like do like, oh, give me a fresh 16. What's a fresh 16? I know what it is, but now, whenever I was first starting, I'm like, no, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Like, all right, I guess I'll just do it here and here, and they'll just be satisfied with it. I'm like, okay,
no, because you feel it. You feel it. You understand what? Yeah. Now there's the bars. You feel what the bars are, and you feel what the bars end. And I think that there, because I also dabbled in rap at one point in time. I had a crew called the League of Extraordinary Dicks with me, my brother, and a brother's friend, and we did some music. We were disgusted. We was kind of like Pretty Ricky before Pretty Ricky. yeah, real nasty with it. But it was fun. We understood the hook, what a hook was, how to write bars and all that. But it was basically just us finding beats and rapping to them. Yeah. And then putting it all together. I was like the engineer and shit. I didn't make no beats, but I would edit things, put everything together and all that.
Yeah, like mixing, mastering, kind of. Right.
And so we made some really good shit at one point. But I understood that this is nice, but how can I apply this to this comedy? Like I want to be able to take this and then.
And you did it.
Yeah,
you really did it.
It took a minute. It took a minute. Yeah. And we finally got there, and I'm like, I can go the bars and the laughter. Fuck yeah, this is working. Yeah, it takes a minute to come up with some shit. I was just talking to a friend today about like the things that I have. Like I have many things that it is some of it is way too outlandish. Like you don't
Yeah, I know
leave that in the tuck. Like don't bring that out. Like
Yeah.
because I told her like she was like when did you write Grandmothers? Like the Grandmother's piece. I was like I wrote that before I left New Orleans. So that was like 6 years ago, 7, 8 years ago.
Yeah.
And it was one of those ones I was like, I'm not about to do shit with this thing. Like, well, who the fuck cares about me talking about people growing like this? And I was like, fuck it, let's see what it is. And then I took it, I tweaked it, and I brought it out, and then boom, everybody loved it. And I'm like, oh, whoa.
Yo.
Okay. All right.
I
This
remember
is
when
cool.
I first saw you, bro, on the stage, and I was like, listen, I'm like, bro, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, that's
Yeah.
fucking hilarious. That's hilarious and it's dope. And it's just like it's a perfect blend, bro.
Yeah.
Like I try to get my homeboy Nobody. I try to get
Yeah.
him to come on Mondays or, just like I even try to like, all right, hey, I haven't been to Taste Buds, so let's go there. It's not that far from us.
Right,
like let's go.
Definitely.
He's busy. He does his thing. I'm like,
Yeah.
But at the same time, me too. I like kind of just stay at home. I ain't even busy. I just do it. But nah, man. Like, I really wanted him to see you. I wanted him to see Tiffany.
Yeah.
Free.
Yeah,
You know what
yeah.
I mean? Because I know his taste.
Yeah.
And like I've known him for like 10 years, something like that. So I know his taste, and I'm like, man, if you see, because I saw your last podcast with Kyle Blue,
Yeah.
and y'all were talking about like the scene,
Yeah.
whenever y'all first started, or whenever he really, I don't know what you said, I can't remember, but I know he said whenever he first started getting into it, like he thought like it was just gonna be like a stereotypical,
Yeah. Yeah.
and like poetry,
Yeah.
and to be honest, I thought the same. You know what I
Right,
mean, I thought the
right.
same, but it's different. And
Yeah,
like,
until you get in there.
and he's thinking the same exact thing, and they're like, oh, I'm not really trying to hear all that.
Oh,
So I'm like,
yeah.
bro, you don't understand.
Yeah, no, we
you
break
don't
the mold down
It's,
here.
it's different, bro. It's different. Like you got, and then it's because we're used to. Well, we're used to because we've always like just especially him. We just did rap.
Yeah.
And being on beats and like going to these shows to where you got to pay like a slot.
Oh, shit.
And like, we didn't have even money back then. Like we were selling
Yeah.
like weed, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, whatever side, whatever on the side. And like, fuck it, like we'll just put like a little bit of that. We'll go half on like a slot or something like
Yeah.
that and whatever. Cause some of them, they get up there, they get to like 100 a slot. And I'm like, man,
Golly.
like, and you don't see a dime of it. You
Right.
don't see, and then
what do
they
you
also
get
get
from
like
that?
entry fees as well, and like you don't get anything from it other than networking, and like networking should be free. Like if I'm being straight up,
Yes, sir.
it should be like. And don't get me wrong, these places that hold these like open mics, they could get in like drinks as well, and I get the entry fees. They should get their money because they're holding that spot. But at the same time, like if I'm paying if I'm doing like how I was before, if I'm paying like 25 is nothing to me. I'm like, okay, $25, I could do like a song, cool, whatever. Like, whatever. And you're also charging at the door,
Right.
whatever. Do your thing, get your money. However,
Yeah.
I know
What
a
comes
hustle,
with this $100 slot?
Yeah,
Like
and
I get a video or something? Like what
right?
the fuck?
You know what I mean? But like, $100 slots. I know. I've seen they actually, it's like they rent out a venue, so I get it.
Yeah.
Money goes to that.
Okay.
But there's places where I'm like paying like 60, 80. Well, I was paying 60, 80 bucks,
Yeah.
and I'm like going to like abandoned warehouse. And I'm like, bro, like, and then they're not on time,
nah.
and they're like, oh, sound check is at this time, and they're not like. They're not even there at sound check, and I'm like, bro, like if you're gonna do this, like, and I'm paying money, do it.
Right.
Do
it correctly, please.
nobody will tell you, and my homie Dizzy will tell you. Whenever we started doing this, our first show that we did together, I almost knocked the motherfucker out like he was running the show.
I can
Like,
imagine.
I was like, I hopped outside, and him and his homie came up to me, and they're like from Memphis or something like that, and I'm like, they came up to me and they're like, oh. Why are you tripping? I'm like, bro, give me my motherfucking money back, bro. The
Right.
sound ain't even right. Y'all were late. Like, bro, like the mics ain't working. Like, what the fuck are y'all doing? Like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, and y'all charging people at the door. Give me my motherfucking money, bro. And I'm like, because I feel like I'm getting robbed, and like. And you know, I got violent, you know what I'm saying? And they're like over here trying to like, you know, jump me. I'm like, bro, I don't give a fuck about none of that. I'll knock both of y'all motherfuckers out. I don't give a fuck. Like, I don't care. And then my homies like, they're like watching, they're like, oh fuck. And then there was like I guess they rented like an officer or something like that for the night. He was like, bro, he came, he like, look, I understand, I get it, you know what I mean? Just calm down. You don't, Macau was right there, you know what I mean? Yeah, we're not far from Harris County. I'll take your ass in. And I'm like, and like, if I'm being straight up, I was like coked up at the time. I'm like, you know, and then plus like they're like out like over here trying to like, you know,
the
I'm
courage,
fucked up,
Jimmy. Let's get it.
And like I don't give a shit. Like, bro, I feel like I was getting robbed. Me and my homies put money into this, and y'all don't have anything together, bro. And then y'all saying like that's it. You know what I mean? That's it. Like they're all whatever.
Yeah.
Like they kind of like, you know, whatever. But that was like whenever I was like
my penance
18,
and blood, goddammit. No.
whatever. Well, so now I'm like, I have anger issues. So sometimes whenever, like, I think there was an incident and I kind of got upset about something, but I took that to heart, and because I'm used to that.
Yeah.
I'm used to that bullshit. You know what I mean? I'm used to motherfuckers like, whatever. But, so I kind of like, I took it to heart. You know what I mean? But, I don't, like, I don't want to be that way, man. Mm-hmm. I don't want to be that way, but like, I love what the poetry community does now. And you know, like here, like with everybody I've met, it's beautiful. It's like cost efficient. Even if they start charging me, I'd be like, okay, all right, go, I'll do it. Fuck it. You know what I mean? I don't care. Like I like even like if like, you know, they do that, if you're late, you know, you pay this much. I tell my homie, hey, you come, I'm paying for your slot. Like, you're gonna do it. You're gonna go up there. Same thing with Chris the Foo. Yeah. You know, I was like, I'm paying for your slot because you need to be on stage. Right. You gotta go. You're like, you gotta do it.
And it's not paying for slots. You just pay to get in.
It's paid to get in.
You just pay to get in. Everybody pays to get in.
It's not like that. It's not like that at all. It's not like
don't think you're like, oh, I might not get on. No. Everybody gets on.
Everybody gets on. That's awesome. Yeah. But no, man, like that's what I'm used to. I don't even know what the fuck I'm talking about.
No, you good. No, hell yeah, man. That's inspirational. Just because, man, what you're saying is like,
it's different. It's different the way y'all have it, or like, they have it.
With your emotions and everything that you go through, like it's actually kind of healing. Yeah. For you to come out and have a place that you don't have to deal with that bullshit. Yeah. Where it's like, oh, this and I can express, and everybody loves it. Everybody fucking with it. Like, you know, it's when you come on stage, like, oh, Toxsik here. So man,
bro, like, and it feels good. Yeah, it feels good. Cause like, if I'm being straight up, I didn't know about the poetry place, like at the art room. Yeah. I don't know. I don't even know how I think I took Chris to one of my shows that I actually paid a slot for, which wasn't a lot. With Counterculture. Shout out, I guess. I'm over here tagging, like, you know, whatever. I love it. But Counterculture, they you know, I seen an ad. I think even a homie sent it to me. You know, they do slots, and it's for like R&B singers and, you know, rappers, and they pay for a slot and then they go up. At first they were doing it at the art room, and I did like 2 sets there, like on separate occasions. And then I found out like, oh, they do poetry on Mondays, and I just went one day. I was like, I ain't got nothing to do like right now, so I went, and I'm like, oh,
it's live.
Oh, like, you know what I mean? I'm like, okay, like, so I went, and like, you know, that's how I started going there, and like, people were like, oh, how long have you been coming? And I'm like, honestly, like, like, I don't know. I've been doing like, I thought like Counterculture and the art room were the same shit. Yeah. But it was just somebody, like, I guess, renting a space there.
Right. You know? Yeah. No, it's a different vibe. It's a different vibe when it comes to these poets out here, because like we come, and every time we come to perform, we come to put on a show. Like, there's nobody that, which I have seen, I've been in many poetry, like, open mics and whatnot, and I'm like, oh, this is, you know, it's small, laid back. Somebody comes in and does a reading from, like, a book or something like that. Really somber type shit.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, no, you come out here and, you know, you got motherfuckers being Jesus on stage. You got niggas harmonizing and shit, and it's like, yo, hold on. You got motherfuckers popping out through the middle of the crowd and all that, and just spitting bars.
Bro,
and it's
for
like,
real.
What is this a poetry show?
Yeah.
What is happening right now?
Yeah,
like
man.
I am. This is amazing, and then the feels that you get from the pieces that come on stage, because not everything is just all sad and just down. Nah, some people got silly shit. Some people got like serious pieces. Some people got pieces just about normal day life. You know, it's all good. It's not just always what you used to think that poetry would be. You know, it's basically kind of going back to like Def Poetry Jam.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
all I can think about is when Kanye came out and did Gold Digger on stage. I was like, that's a poem like I'll be doing. That's really good. But then, you know, he put it to a beat and everything, and I'm like, oh, okay. I see where he's going with that.
It's crazy because like whenever I first went, I think I was like, it was like I think it was on Valentine's Day. I think it was, Tiffany was featuring.
Yeah.
I want to say that was the first time. I was like, all right, you know, they're doing love stuff. I'm gonna do this. Like the first like little fucking poem I did, it was like in high school I wrote it, you know what I mean? And I was like, all right, I know this one, I'm gonna do it real quick and whatever. And then like I started doing like songs like that I recorded, but like they're not out anymore. So like I just started doing like verses, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, cool, like, and without the beat. And then I started doing I don't know. I found out I could do actual music, and I was like, "Oh, okay, so I'm gonna do this then." You know.
You know what I wanted to ask somebody like that does what you do. That how is it to actually rap or recite your songs without the beat?
Oh, without the beat?
Yeah.
I don't know how it is for other people, but how I write. Sometimes, whenever I'll listen to the beat, I'll write it on the beat, and if I'm like stuck somewhere, I'm like, well, what can go right here?
Yeah.
Well, and have some meaning. You know, I turn off the beat. I turn it off, and then I'll do the whole thing without the beat.
Yeah.
And then I'll put it back on, and then I'll turn it off, and I like it kind of like, you know, kind of like in this cycle of just kind of flipping back and forth, kind of. And like so it's kind of easy for me to do it like that. Like I could do one right now if I wanted to, but you know, it's just like I just flip on and off.
Back in the day of me writing, I've never turned the beat off. I've just listened to it over and over again. I just get into the zone and listen to it over and over again. I normally I'd get stuck from time to time, but usually it would come because I would always be able to have the beat there. You know, that's all. I would always have that. I would never decided to turn it off.
Yeah, I'll turn that shit off. I'll turn that shit off. And sometimes like I'll just leave it and just go do something. Fucking either like maybe something to eat, go outside. You know what I mean? Look at the fucking. If it's nighttime, I'll look at the stars. I love looking at the stars.
Yeah.
If I can see them, you know.
Yeah.
But you know the ones I can't see.
Right.
But like I'll just do something and then go back to it and do it again. You know, like kind of like, you know, listen to it over and over, rewinding, and then or even just like go like whenever I would smoke, like I'll go outside, smoke a cigarette, and like kind of like just go through it. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like I don't know. I guess like for some people it's different. Like some people can't catch like. If you kind of stumble, it can't catch on the beat. You know what I mean? There's some people who like, oh, I gotta like start this bitch all over and then do it again.
Right.
There's people, you know. I mean, it's just kind of different. I guess it just involves the person. I guess I don't know, but I never had no trouble with it. I even I know people have trouble switching beats. Like say, I think there was like a song I had, and somebody bought it before I could. So I had to go switch the beat. Like, and like the struggle of it kind of is like, man, nah, I don't go with this one.
Yeah.
The vibe, and there's times where the vibe would change. Whole vibe would change.
Yeah.
Like, all my life was on a different beat.
What?
It was a feature. That first verse was a feature.
That is crazy.
Man. It was on a whole different beat called something spirit, spirits. It was called Spirits, and it was a feature from my homeboy Dizzy, and we had that out, but then we couldn't use that no more. We couldn't use it because we ended up leaving a label, so we couldn't use that song no more, and we were gonna put it on a whole nother beat, and then he didn't want to do it. on that beat, and I was like, man, I like this verse and I like this other beat that I have. I'm gonna use it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I made a whole different song on it. I made a whole different song, and it just went. Like that first verse was a whole different verse, and then I broke the hook, and then the second verse came like nothing, like water. You know? So
shit.
yeah, no, like so that like kind of like that. Whole different beat, whole style, like the whole style.
Yeah,
was
I can
different.
imagine.
And the whole style of that other beat was totally different compared to the one I have it on now, and it just went. So a lot of people have trouble with that. I don't have trouble with that at all. Some people just scrap their shit, and I'm like, man, like that's like,
yo,
that's like,
I don't know about
that's
throwing
gold.
away words.
You know what I'm
though.
saying? That's
I
gold.
can't,
you know what I mean?
I can't just throw away some shit, even though because it don't work. I'm gonna definitely find another beat if that's what it's gonna have to be. But I ain't never run into that situation before. I just always, but most of the time I write from the sense of that, like I don't put a beat to it anyway. But also I noticed that some of the ways I do write, it can't be put to a beat just because of the flow of it is so loose and all over the place.
Yeah. No, I mean, I could see that, but there's always a way, man. Yeah. There's always a way.
Yeah.
Nah. Especially like if you start producing your own stuff, that's what I really want to do. I really want to make beats, bro. I really
Yeah. Have you made any beats yet?
No, I don't have no setup. Like, and like people say you could do it on your phone.
I was about to say.
Steve Lacy, he did that demo.
Oh yeah.
On his phone, recorded it, everything, all on his iPhone. And I'm like, I don't want to do that.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot.
I don't want to, man. And like honestly, like people say
the actual system.
Yeah, people say like, all right, bro, you got something, you're talented. Like I don't think I'm talented as Steve Lacy. Like I don't even think I'm smart enough to do that.
Yeah, Steve Lacy was probably thinking the same thing. He's like, nigga, I'm doing this on my phone.
Yeah,
I don't think, whoever he was talking to, he was probably, I don't think I'm as talented as you. But I mean, I think this will work.
Yeah, bro. But not like I'd rather have the whole setup. I'd rather have a drum pad. I'd rather have a keyboard.
No, I feel that.
I'd rather have a laptop.
Do you play instruments?
No. No. I used to actually like fuck with the keyboard. Like my dad, he was showing me like whenever I was younger, like how to play certain like Beethoven.
Yeah.
But he used to be in like a Tejano band whenever he was younger with his like his brothers and his dad, and they were in the Tejano band, and he played the keyboard. So he played the instrument, and he kind of showed me a little bit of the keyboard, and I kind of could play it. You know what I mean? I could kind of fuck with it if I, from my memories, of what I can do. And if I really want to, I could self-teach myself. Like, I know I can. Like, I know I can. Yeah. If I just get me a keyboard and, like, I just put it there, I do it like a little elementary kid and just put the A, B, whatever.
Yeah.
D, E, whatever. And just kind of like, kind of piece it together. I know I can. I know I could do it. Guitar has always been what I wanted to. Wanted to play. But, like, I don't know, man. Like, I used to play. I used to have a bass.
Yeah,
guitar.
I always wanted to play bass.
I guess like they say, like if you could play the guitar and you can't play it because your hands are too short or something like that.
What they say?
Some people say that. Like I don't know. And then plus like my hands are small and stubby.
Same.
They say like so you're more of a bass guy with those hands. You know what I mean?
Is that what it is?
That's what I've heard.
I am
like,
compelled to the bass, but I mean I don't think.
I don't want to. Yeah, no,
I don't think just because I got tiny fingers I can't play guitar.
I like
somebody
like,
show me with tiny hands.
I'm gonna do what I want to do.
My mama got tiny fingers and she played the guitar. So.
Right, you know what I mean? Like there's people there. There's what is the guitarist on Black Sabbath, he don't even have a finger. He has like half of a finger, and he's like one of the baddest motherfuckers ever. So like I call bullshit. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I'm going to teach myself. Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. As soon as I like have enough money to get what I want to get, like I'm definitely gonna teach myself like how to do this. I don't know how to like I know the programming. I see my homeboys do FL.
Fruity Loops?
Yeah. And like I know the programming and I see them and I've seen videos on it, and I had a cousin who I would just watch him make beats. So I'm like, okay, I know how like the setup, and if I just give myself time, I can figure that shit out. I know I can because there's people who do it, Right. I may not be the best. No, who's the best like whenever they first make a beat. You know what I mean? Who is? Maybe
Y'all
maybe
start
Jake
somewhere.
Dilla. Who knows?
You just gotta start. That's it.
But
Y'all start somewhere. You just gotta start.
Yeah, no,
Right.
man. I just for sure.
Fuck yeah. Well, before we get out of here, I like to always play a game with everybody just to break up the monotony of everything. Great conversation, by the way. But I like to play a game of choices. You got 4 options and 4 choices.
Okay.
All right. So your options are: you got to be one, you got to raise one, you got to sell one, you can have relations with the other one. Okay. Be one, raise one, sell one, relations with the other one.
Okay.
And your choices are a mermaid, a mogwai, a Mexican, and a manatee.
Well, I'm already Mexican.
Okay.
So
All right.
I guess
Boom.
that's me right there.
You could be something else.
I ain't gonna lie. I wouldn't want to be with a Mexican. I ain't gonna front because those Mexican girls like stress you the fuck out.
Spicy.
that would be all right one day, like not even one day, 1 hour. You'd be all right. Next hour they just trying to stab you. You know what I mean? So I'm like, but
Second move, avoid that. I'm gonna be
so
the Mexican.
he said mermaid, Mexican,
Manatee and a mogwai.
I wouldn't mind being a manatee on the cool. I'm already built for the motherfucking shit. So, but like, you ever seen those motherfuckers in the ocean? They be peaceful as shit.
Very peaceful.
Yeah, man.
Yes, sir.
So I guess I'll be a manatee.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Run it down.
Be one, raise one.
Okay.
Sell one.
I'll raise a
relations with
Mexican
you.
because most likely that's what I'm gonna do in the future. Okay. And then
sell one and then relations with the other one.
Mermaid, yeah. I'll be with I'll have relations with a mermaid. But
and
you know what's
mogwai.
crazy?
What's up?
Well, what's
Mogwai
what is that?
Gizmo. Gizmo from the Gremlins.
Oh shit. Okay, and
you avoided catastrophe though by selling it.
Selling it? Oh yeah, for sure. That seems like the way to go. They thought manatees. I want to say they thought manatees were mermaids.
Yes, sir.
So I mean, I guess like Smash
Haley Bailey is a mermaid.
Yeah.
Live action, Haley Bailey. So Jason Momoa's a mermaid.
Hey.
Exactly. Hell yeah, man. Well, let everybody know where they can follow you at, man.
Toxsik Tec, TOXSIKTEC on Instagram, Facebook. You can also find me on Spotify, Apple Music, really everything. TOXSIKTEC, Toxsik Tec.
Hell yeah.
I have a album coming out, or I'm working on. Born in Dirt. That's the title of it. I perform I think my last performance is a song that's gonna be on there.
Okay.
I'm already in the studio and everything. So yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Just working on it.
Yeah, man. Check out Toxsik Tec. On our platforms, goddammit. Y'all know what this has been. This has been Tell Me to Do with the Guideline Chasing the Dream. I've been your host, Maniacal Menace. Say the whole thing like a pimp laying slick back. And until next time, keep dreaming, jokers. Woohoo! Boom.